Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Jeff Dye's here, real funny comic. He's got a special coming up on Comedy Central. Comedy Central presents Jeff Dye. And, we're going to get back to this story, but, this girl code, we had one of these broads on. Who do we have on?
Jamie Lee.
We had Jamie Lee.
Yeah, we had several.
Melanie Iglesias.
Oh, Melanie Iglesias.
Did you ever bang her?
No.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Oh, whatever.
She's gorgeous. I get it. What else could we talk about?
You never tried to bang her?
I mean, as far as like flirting with her, sure, yeah.
So that doesn't work?
I gotta say, man, Melanie is a very, very attractive woman, but I asked her who she likes in TV. I said, who are your heroes or something like that. She says, I love Judge Judy. I was like, what? Like, what kind of answer is that? I was like, you mean that awful woman who just treats people horribly on television?
Yeah.
You know what her answer was?
What?
Well, she gets paid. Well, if that's how you pick your heroes, I guess I should be one of your heroes too. I make plenty of money. Like those kind of generic, these like...
Yeah, well, you see, when you could start an argument when you look like
any press is good press, like these kind of like, you swallow 10 spiders a year in your sleep, all this like generic nonsense that's just made up. Like that's how she speaks.
Well, I mean, she's on Girl Code.
Yeah.
She's got to be somewhat witty.
And she's just really attractive.
Everything
I'm obsessed with the way she looks.
Every time she says something on Girl Code, I bust out laughing like I've never laughed before in my life.
Artie, you know that is a lie, and I know that is a lie.
She's very funny.
Just kidding. I love her to death.
No.
What about Jessime Peluso?
I love Jessime. We work together on the road. She's a very funny stand-up. She was a stand-up before the show.
You've probably done filthy things with her.
I have not, but I look forward to the future.
He's one of these guys.
I can't talk about those guys.
Does it look good with her?
What's that?
Does it look good like you'll bang her?
Yeah, Jessime, yeah, I would. Yeah.
I mean, I think she seems like someone
While we're on the record, I would.
She seems like someone who's ready to go,
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's got that. What's she from? Where's she from?
Syracuse.
Syracuse, that's right. Yeah, she's got that Syracuse.
Nice.
I know
Nice.
for a long time. Yeah.
That was some bullet style information. Syracuse.
Mike, you've never met Jessime.
I worked
Peluso.
around in the city. I know if he is.
There you go. He knows her exact address. Don't ask why.
Syracuse, she goes to the gym every day at 4:20. She gets a coffee with 2 sugars at a diner on West 3rd Street in McDougal at 1:15.
She has beige blinds in front of her bedroom window. Beige.
She's allergic to gerbils and Scotch tape. She cries at sad movies and my fist.
She's about yay high.
She
She's
cries.
about yay tall.
She cries at sad movies and the sight of me. Now, so tell us about the stealing the jersey.
Yeah.
So we're at the bar, and like I said, the last thing we noticed at the front of the door, like when you first come in, it's his prized possession. It's like this Pro Bowl jersey. It's right there. And on the other side is Edgerrin James, and it's an autographed Pro Bowl jersey.
Right.
So we're like, I guess that's it. That's what we should get. Like that's
The
what
James one.
No.
Oh,
we
yeah.
want Vanderjacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so we're like, dude, this is the best. We're drunk. I mean, this is a horrible idea. They're like framed in like 3 foot by 3 foot glass framed things.
What's your thought process?
None.
White guy, more money?
Well, that's the thing. It's like we took both actually, because that was our thought process. Is like this will be just fun. It's just a goof. Like who cares? It's not like it's Peyton Manning. This is Mike Vander. So we take both of them. I take the Mike Vander one. He takes the Edgerrin James.
Is anyone there looking at you? Or?
The bar's closed, and we had to wait for the people to clear out that were like smoking in front and stuff.
Oh, okay.
We tell these girls we just met that night. We're like, hey, just get the car ready. We'll come out in a second. And they're like, what are you doing? I was like,
Right.
And so they're in the car and they're waiting.
I love the girls listen to you.
It was nice. Yeah, it was actually really cool. So we took the things. We jump inside. We drive to this like amazing place that they're putting us up at. We break the jerseys out of the frames, and we're wearing them around, and we're like, hi, we're kind of like just like bros, like we did it, man. We're in the Pro Bowl. We're like we're drinking. There's girls. We're in the hot tub with them. We're going crazy, right?
Hey, look, I'm Edgerrin James.
Yeah, that's what it was like. And seriously, we were like, we're in the Pro Bowl. We just kept saying that like drunk idiots. We're in the Pro Bowl.
I'm James Vanderbeek.
It was the best. We were so happy. So, like horrible criminals that we are, we're just trying to have fun and goof off. We're like Instagramming it. We're like telling everyone like, you won't believe what we did tonight. All this different stuff.
God.
So the next day, no one's even noticed they're gone. You know, when you go to, I don't know if you ever worked at a bar or in a restaurant, you just go to work. If you did see a poster down or something, you just go, oh, maybe the owner moved it or something. You know, you don't care. You're just there to make your money and leave. So no one's noticed for like a day. We're talking about it. We're having a good time. We don't think it's a huge deal.
Did you use the jersey to strangle one of the girls during sex?
No. I'm not into that yet. You know, in a few more years.
Get with it.
Yeah. So after about 24 hours has passed, I told the comedy club owner, thinking he would think it's funny, you know, but he did not think it was funny, and he got all paranoid. He's kind of a mousy little guy, like, "Well, I own this town, you know, I can't be."
Come on, uptight. Come on.
Yeah, very, very like, "Oh, I can't believe you do this." So the next morning, he calls me like 6 a.m. and he's like, "Listen, you've got to return those jerseys. I was at my son's t-ball game, and the cops were questioning me, and I didn't say anything to him, but you got to return those." I was like, "Who has a t-ball game at 5? And what? Your kid plays t-ball at 5? I knew he was full of crap." And he's like, "No, trust me. They were asking me about it. I called your manager." He like told on me to like my manager and my agent.
Oh my God.
And I was like pretty pissed off. And Brant is like the voice of reason. He's like, "Let's just bring him back, Jeff. Don't worry about it. Like, we'll just bring it back. We don't want to get in trouble if the cops are coming." So I'm upset.
Look, these jerseys have been in a hot tub. They're ruined.
Yeah, and the frames are broke. So I'm like,
There's
what?
semen on them.
Well, that's the thing. And they want us to just bring it back and be like, "Hey, no harm, no foul." No, we're still going to get in trouble with the police, right?
Definitely, yeah.
So I don't want to bring them back. So I make a deal. I tell Brant, like, we can bring them back, but we're not turning ourselves in or say anything. Let's just ditch him on the patio and leave. Because they don't know who did it if he claims he didn't tell anyone.
Right.
So we go, we ditch the jerseys on the patio, we leave. The next day, I'm sad about it the whole time. I'm being kind of a baby. I was like, "Man, this story sucks. We can't go tell our friends we took the jersey if we returned them like punks like 24 hours later. There's no street cred and there's no cred in that. That's just a crappy story. You did something stupid." So on the last night that we're there, probably one more night, we're getting super drunk again, and we're like, "Hey, how funny would it be to go back to Mike Vanderjack's?" By the way, this is on his birthday, which is coincidentally.
On Vanderjack's
birthday. We're like, we should just go back to that bar and just start drinking again like we didn't do anything. Because they don't know who did it, so let's just go.
Why not?
So we
Be
go.
brazen.
Yeah, and we're kind of like arsonists at the fire, just like looking around, drinking and watching everyone look at us. And we're reading into things that aren't even there. We're freaking out. And so then we're like, we both look at each other at about 1:30. You're Brant. I mean, we didn't even have to say anything. And we're just like, "Let's get these jerseys back."
Oh my God.
So we're waiting there. We wait till the bar closes. We hide in the women's bathroom. We lock ourselves in. They lock up front. They close everything.
First of all, is there any security at this bar? You're in the women's locker room. You're inside while everyone.
Well, no, absolutely not. It's just some crummy bar.
Why don't you start bartending? Jump behind the bar, make a Tom Collins.
Make a little extra scratch. So basically the bar closes, and it's just us. We open up the door. All the people have cleared out from the front. The doors are locked, and there's one bartender like closing up his till. And I'm like, "All right, let's do this." So we go in the back. We're like rummaging through the back trying to find stuff.
Is that guy deaf, the bartender?
No, it's a big bar. It's huge because it's Florida. It's not like New York where like your 5-star restaurants are still the size of a studio apartment.
The guy's like, "Whatever you do, don't take them jerseys."
Yeah. "Hey, boys, quiet back there."
I got my eye on you.
So I basically, Brant's living room. I come back out and the guy's like, "What are you doing in here?" Like the bartender sees me, and I was like, "Oh no!" So I'm texting Brant. I've tried to pretend like I'm real drunk. I go, "Oh, I'm fighting with my girlfriend," and he's like, "How are you in here?" And I was like, "Well, I was in the bathroom," and he's like, "No, I checked the. What is this? You got to get out." So I'm texting Brant, "Don't come out," because I don't want him to come out and be like, "I got him," like there's a guy here that's about to pummel us. So I'm texting Brant, "Don't come out, don't come out. There's a guy out here." Brant goes, "I got it. Just go to the gas station." He must have found a different exit. So I go to the gas station. We have Mike Vanderjack's Pro Bowl jersey again. So we stole it, returned it,
twice,
stole it again on his birthday.
Well, quite frankly, like it doesn't sound like you're stealing it from Fort Knox.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, absolutely. So I basically fly to New York the next day with the jersey. I think everything's done. What are they going to fly to New York to come arrest me for some idiot?
What are they going to arrest me because I'm in the same country as I committed a crime in?
So good point.
I mean, you weren't in the Ukraine.
I wake up to this voicemail.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, this is Officer Lincolnberg with the Marco Island Police Department.
Marco Island.
I'm over here at Vandy's, and your name came up in a investigation about a stolen Mike Vanderjack Pro Bowl jersey.
So after like 14 of these. Now I'm starting to realize, like, maybe this is real. You know, like, maybe I'm going to go get in trouble for
Mr.
this.
Dye, that's definitely not a joke. I'm really a cop in Marco Island.
That's
Come
what
on.
I was like sitting there. I had to like become real to me after like a week.
You should have called back like, Marco Island don't have cops.
Well, the cops don't like him anyways. He's gotten into so much trouble down there.
He sounds like a hard-on.
So after like weeks of this, of me just ignoring it, I get a call
For weeks, you just ignored the police phone?
Yeah, I was just like, what's gonna happen?
That's one way to do it.
So after weeks of this, I get this call.
Yeah, Jeff, this is Vandy's on Marco. I think we have a situation that needs to get rectified. First of all, I need my jersey back.
It's him.
What a jerk.
He's calling for his own jersey.
I mean, that is no balls at all.
And second of all, I need $2,000 to fix them back up the way they were. We have the whole thing on video, so if you want to not get prosecuted and not get arrested for breaking and entering and vandalism and grand theft, then just return the jersey and give me $2,000 to fix what I got to fix, or...
By the way, he's like, by the way, I just want to admit something. I was the cop who called you. That didn't work. So it's actually me.
$2,000 to fix the jerseys the way they were.
I get jerseys
How
framed
bad
all
did you
the
mess
time,
these
and it's like
jerseys
a
up?
couple $100.
Right, of course.
Oh, it was the frame.
For the frames.
Was it worth?
And here's the thing. I was happy to give him the money. I'm happy to give him his jerseys back. It's just a goof. I have no intentions of like, ruining this guy's life. I know it's important to him. It's just being silly.
He's like, look, I think we can resolve this without me telling Ezra, because he's got a temper.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Ezra James calls, you get the jersey back down.
Yeah, I give it back immediately to Edwin James. So but what my fear was is that I was going to give him the jersey, mail it, and then give him the check for $2,000, and then they were just going to prosecute me.
Right.
Like, I don't want that.
I have a feeling that's an excellent assessment of what would have happened.
So I'm holding on to it. I'm like, no, either A, you get to press charges, do what you got to do, or B, I'll give you the jersey back and I'll give you the money to fix the frames, and you sign something saying you're not going to sue me and my friend Brant or prosecute. And he was like, well, we can't do that. I was like, all right, then you're never going to see your jersey again. So this is me on the phone, like, arguing. I was like, listen, I'll burn it. I will give it to some skank in Los Angeles. You will never see this jersey if you plan on prosecuting me. So
Ransom.
He had
Ransoming the
yeah, that's
jersey.
the beauty.
you
Police.
said I'll give it to some skank.
I'm not gonna give you both.
I'm going to give this to Melanie Iglesias.
I'm gonna get so much shit for saying that I don't think she's funny. I'm so nervous. That's the part I'm most nervous about. I'm like indicting myself about an actual crime, but what I'm real nervous about is that Melanie Iglesias is gonna be like, "What's this crap you talked on?"
I'd be more nervous about it. Now listen, so the current situation is you have the jersey.
The current situation is I gave the jersey back and I gave him $2,000, and I have an autographed letter by Mike Vanderjagt saying that they're not going to press charges.
Really?
Yeah.
No. So what you wanted to happen happened.
Absolutely.
You thought
I
you
went.
just kept it and just say how long would it be before he called?
Well,
He
the
called
thing-
and was like, "Come on, man,
Please.
it's really Mike."
I really love that thing. Well, the thing about it is like when you go and rob a bank, they go through big measures to get that money back. If you steal someone's kid, they go find the kid immediately. When you steal some weirdo's jersey, they don't care. They're like, well, this is real high priority. Get Mike Vanderjagt, the guy who's choking kids' jersey back.
Comedians get into different crimes now. I remember like about 15 years ago, I was in Kansas City doing a gig with Mitch Hedberg, and the two of us accidentally ran over a Coke dealer.
Yeah, that's a way better story. Trust me.
Yeah. I don't know if the guy's dead. We didn't go back. So it's changed.
Yeah, the game's changed. Yeah, I
We never
messed
thought
with
that-
kickers.
We never thought to steal a jersey. That is just, I mean, you guys are just really just taunting the guy at this point.
It was so fun. It's the best.
So is it over and done with? I mean, it says here that you may potentially end up in jail. Is that for something?
You got the letter.
Well, I'll tell you what the rule in the letter is. If I have it on my phone, that's what I'm looking for. I have the autographed thing.
The autograph.
That's it from Mike Vanderjagt, signed, says all this stuff. But the problem is
Did
that
you
now
write
that I'm
that up?
talking about it on this and I'm talking about it on Comedy, because it's on Comedy Central, like it's like gonna be on TV.
Right, right.
I'm afraid he's gonna get greedy again and be like, "Oh,
No, you got the. Listen, he should just stay. He looks like an idiot. He should just stay in the dark with this
yeah,
one.
absolutely."
I mean, come on, it's ridiculous. That's great.
So it's fun.
I mean, the Marco Island cop is like, listen, I don't have time for this. There's kids playing volleyball on the beach. It's late.
Well, that's what I understand. What they did, like they covered the story real half-heartedly on Deadspin without even like asking me.
Yeah.
And then all the comments that came over, oh, these guys are just some comedian douchebag. What about real funny prank? I was like, I didn't know everyone was gonna be so
people
like
are just negative,
corny about it. Like we're just messing with a guy, and he got his jersey back. It's not nobody got hurt. It's not like we robbed his wife.
I mean, in mine and Mitch's case, I think we actually killed a man.
Which is
I think I got a voicemail a couple of days later going, yeah, man. You take my Coke. Well, I love stories like that because the simpleness of it it's a simple plan.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You paid him $2,000 though.
Yeah, so he won in the long run. He got his jersey back, and you know, it's my favorite thing is we've gotten stories. People have sent us stories about them going to Marco Island and trying to take that jersey. It's become like a thing, and so for me, it's kind of fun. Like I want people to go to Vandy's and be like, "That's the jersey." Like we should try to take that, or if they don't take it, like they can just at least people will know that like that's the same jersey.
Jeff, it's me again. Listen, we got to beef up security because a lot of people are trying to do the same thing. I love how just Ezra James didn't care.
Well, the thing is that
he never called.
Well,
No,
on the second time we didn't get his.
They just got
because we thought the story's better if it's Vanderjacks.
That's poor Ezra James couldn't even make the story. That is great. That's good stuff.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now do you get into a lot of trouble on the road?
Absolutely. You work the road. It's boring.
Oh, dude, my God, I work the road. Oh man, I know
we just look for trouble all day. Like that's all all day. We're like, listen, what would we sneak into everything? Me and Brent just snuck it. I actually didn't successfully. He did successfully sneak into the Auburn Florida State game in Pasadena. We've snuck into Comic-Con in 4 different cities, which was boring. I don't know why we snuck into that, but just something to do during the day. We sneak into baseball games or football games. We're just looking for any kind of fun.
Right. Wow. Well, you see, now what happened to me early on it got dark on the road for me because early on I got addicted to drugs, and that makes it a very dark situation on the road.
Absolutely.
You get drugs, you go through withdrawals, and you can't do a set with withdrawals, and then you got to invite the dealer and his girlfriend and some guy that they have hostage to the show, and it's like it really gets bad. Like you go to the worst part of Pittsburgh.
Absolutely.
I mean, I wish I could do something cute like steal a jersey, but I got to do my thing.
This sounds like more fun. How did he sneak into the national championship game?
There's so many things you can do, and it's kind of like what I was talking about earlier, like with the bartenders and the waiters that work at restaurants. People don't care. They just don't care. So like they hire a bunch of teenagers to work these stadiums and like don't let anyone in. A guy like you could just be like, and they'll move, and then you go in.
See, I tried that, and I get arrested.
You're kidding. Well, we do different things. Like we'll ask him a question while one guy like pops. Like you'll be like, "Hey, come here," and like he's on the other side of the gate. You're like, "Hey, where's Will call?" And he'll pop the gate open and go that way. He'll come right up to him and go, "Hey, where do you buy souvenirs?" While I go do the same thing. And you just work. And I have a theory that confidence gets you into anywhere. Like you can sneak into any comedy club in America, any theater where a comedian's performing with just a notebook. Like if you have a notebook, you're like, "I'm one of the comedians." They go, "Oh, yeah, he must be." Like it's like credentials. Like they're like, "Oh,
well, you might be. You never know."
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't care. They just.
It's astonishing how your security guys know none of the comics.
Never. Yeah, they don't know him by name. Like unless it's like a real famous guy.
But when do you think there'll be an age where you'll stop trying to do this and actually purchase a ticket?
No, never. It's fun. Where's the story in that?
Have you ever been arrested?
I've been arrested a bunch, but
never convicted.
Never like any. Yeah, they just go, "Oh, this guy again."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, for what? What'd you get arrested for?
Well, most of the time it's like we're on some property we're not supposed to be on, or something. Like we'll go into we'll jump into a pool or something, and some family will call, and there's a bunch of people in my pool, or like yeah, and then the cops are just kind of like, "these guys are just goofing off. They're just having fun," which they get out of here, or they take us down, and then they say, "Listen, they're not going to press charges, but we just had to take you down here," or whatever. A lot of them are just things like that. Like my dad worked construction growing up, so he taught me how to operate the machinery, like big cranes and stuff, and Hitachis and things. And he also taught me that they always keep the keys in it. Like when these guys go home, they don't put it on their key ring for like the tractors and stuff.
So you would go down and just steal a tractor?
Well, that's the thing. If you jump the fence, you know that you can operate any of those things. You just drive around. I wasn't like taking them out on the road or anything, but you could jump.
And if you're operating that, they figure you belong there.
Yeah, it's just fun. You just get over there, and then everyone's like, "Jeff's nuts, man. He's going crazy," So I've gotten in trouble for
Cops go,
that.
hey, you're nuts, man.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's just kind of, I'm trying to make my life a little more exciting. I'm bored.
I've been arrested for doing 50 and a 35. Wow. Mike, have you been arrested?
No, I'm spotless.
Why? It's fun.
I know. You guys have guts. I mean, you know, after I seen the documentary "Scared Straight" when I was growing up, I was scared to do anything.
Scared.
Yeah, well, those kids weren't stealing jerseys. They were like murdering people.
Don't you ever feel bad for those scared straight kids? Like on that show?
Oh, yeah.
Well, like they're just kids. Their parents put them through some program because they think that they're on the bad
But
path.
they're dirtbag kids.
I don't think so. There's one
Like
kid
they
that's
beat
like,
up their mother. One of the guys.
I don't know. They're usually always something like, you know, I didn't know they were that bad. The kid's using potty mouth, and all of a sudden the ex-con's like, you come in here, boy, I'm going to slit your throat. You're like, I don't know if this is fair
Right, I know.
to the little kid.
Well, the first one is scary. The first Scared Straight at Railway State Prison, man.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
saw that too. You know, these guys just take these kids out and go, listen, you know, he makes the kid grab his. He goes, I own
you're
you
my
now.
Yeah, you're my B. Or
I
whatever.
own you now.
It's insane. Falling around.
I did a week at LA County Jail, and it's the worst week. I mean, like, I don't know how some people say jail's not a deterrent. What are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
After a week there, I'm like, you know, come on. It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't ever want to go to prison. I'm sure.
No, you don't want to do it. You wouldn't last there. You know.
I always think of it like as like, especially like in comedy, we just do what we want. Like that's how, like, if you just, what you want to do is what you do. Like,
Yeah, but that's not true though.
but you should.
Yeah, you should
In
try,
my
but
opinion, do what you want.
Technically, yeah. Ideally.
What are people gonna go?
should.
Can you believe that Jeff guy, that stand-up comedian, would jump into a field and operate like? Yeah, I'm a comedian. I do what I want.
Yeah, but we don't. You're frightening me. Look, I'm saying.
Like Tracy Morgan. Would you be surprised if you read in the news tomorrow that Tracy Morgan did something crazy? No, because it's Tracy Morgan.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's Tracy. You know, Tracy gets away with
Or
it.
Bill Murray. He's always doing crazy stuff. You know.
Yeah, but they've never committed larceny. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe
well,
you're
Tracy,
right.
I don't.
Maybe you're onto something.
I think Tracy got shot once, actually. Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
The greatest thing about Tracy was when he got SNL, he was living a block from Yankee Stadium. That's the greatest thing. He deserves it. He went through hell. But no, you got to calm down. Listen, this opening act, you better break up with this guy.
Yeah,
Because you found another sociopath.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening. We're like the kids that get separated in school, and you put us together. Like, yeah, we just want to have fun, man. It's
That guy's biggest story is going to be, the comedian who stole that jersey. I used to open for him.
He's the
All right,
best.
Jeff. Well, good job, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Stay out of sports bars. I mean, you're frightening me. You know how often a girl reports a rape? No. Just you can make money legally. Is the point? You got the world by the balls.
It's fun.
I still don't believe you didn't bang Jesse May Kalama or whatever.
Just
I bet Mike's
Kalama.
I bet Mike's actually seen you through the window. Do it.
Yeah.
Jeff Dye, Comedy Central special. Comedy Central presents Jeff Dye. Real funny stuff. Girl code. Come back, buddy.
Thanks for having
All
me.
right,
Seriously.
real good stuff. Jeff Dye back after this.
The Artie Lange Show. Weeknights on Audience. Only on DirecTV.